Yeah, I'm gonna work this. So this video number one right here. Are foreign women better?
Get this straight. You have been telling men for years that you don't want them, that you don't need them, that they don't meet your standards, that they don't treat you right, that you can pay for your own hair, you can pay for your own nails, you can afford your own home, you can afford your own car. Men are good for nothing. You're strong, you're independent. But then you get mad when these men go to another country to actually find a woman that has the qualities that they are looking for in a wife. Make it make sense. I also want to talk about why this mindset that so many Western women have is actually extremely problematic. Because not only are you putting down the men who are going overseas because you're calling them uneducated, you're calling them poor, you're calling them weak, you're calling them vulnerable. You're creating a superiority complex where you are at the top and women from all these other countries are at the bottom. Now let me tell you something. If you were really superior, the men would not be leaving and you would not be single.
Ooh, we.
Ooh,
So let me
shots fired.
okay. Going back to the video, the young lady, right? She's talking about the fact that women in these other countries essentially have been raised different, or they've been raised with different ideals in comparison to women in the West, right? And I think over here we're seeing a amplified version of what she's talking about. Yeah, she's talking about these guys coming to these foreign countries and sourcing out these foreign women because they possess these character traits. Yep, they're more cooperative when it comes to a man, or they're more cooperative when it comes to a marriage and a relationship. They're more, nurturing forward when it comes to a relationship. They're more, I don't even want to use the word soft, but I'll use the word soft. They're softer when it comes to, these relationships and interactions with men and so forth. And like I said, we definitely got to be honest. We see a difference, right? We see a difference. And I think, Chloe and Tay made some good points earlier. A lot of this stuff is based around money over here in the West. So, at least from my opinion, what I see is a lot of those character traits that the young lady is really, kind of insinuating in her video. A lot of that stuff gets put on the back burner for the focus of money. And I think that's the difference. Yep, that's the driver over here in the West is money. It's money, it's degrees, it's you go get the degree, you're making the money, then you make the money, you rack up the debt, then you come back and say, nah, this money's not enough. So now you're looking for another job that's going to pay you more money because that debt you carrying is now sucking up all the money that you just got off that degree, and it just keeps going. And see, that mindset bypasses relationship and man. Yep, at that point, I'm not worried about my soft skills. I'm not worried about my nurturing skills. I'm not worried about, taking care of family. I got to get this money. So then what in turn happens is when the young lady goes and says, okay, now I'm ready for a man, that situation still has not removed itself. So now when the man come along, now she got to set the terms for the man. So now she got to say, okay, I need a man. If he going to come into my life, because that's usually how it goes. And ladies, correct me if I'm wrong. If he going to come into my life, he got to be making 150. He got to be making 200,000 because she looking over here at the bank. She looking at the bank account. And she like, I got these student loans over here. I got this MasterCard I done blew up. I got these 3 trips I done put on this card. So now I need this man coming in. If he going to be in my life, I need this man making 150. He got to be making more than me because somebody got to pay for this. And see, that's the mentality. It's not about I'm gonna be a nurturing woman so I can get the right man. I'm gonna be cooperative. It ain't none of that even comes up. It always goes back to this money. Take
So
your
it's two
time.
sides. I feel like it's two sides. No, it's not really two sides. Okay, so it's a cultural thing. Russians, maybe, I'm just saying maybe they are raised to be mail ordered brides.
Mm,
Therefore, their obedience level, their domestic level might be a little different because maybe they aren't raised to be entrepreneurs,
okay.
but that's the same thing with um our culture too, as far as Jamaicans, Africans. They are also raised, to be family. It's just us Americans. We just the ones that ain't got it right. But I think that they are family orientated too, where their wife might not work and they bear several children. Um I honestly just think it's a cultural thing. And maybe in America, because of our financial state, or because of the racial or the racism, maybe Black women in America are taught to get a degree and maybe not pushed to have those children, because maybe they understand that it is hard to be Black in America, whether you're a woman or a man. So they try to push you so you can live a more comfortable life in a place that we might struggle to. You know what I mean?
I don't want to take any accountability from the women though, who are doing exactly what she said, walking around talking about they don't need a man or men are good for nothing or those types of things. Because unfortunately, we hear a lot of that in this space. And she's right. Those women, if you really are superior, a woman who has it together to that extent would not need to degrade or disrespect a man because she has been able to make a life for herself. And if you are superior in that way, you mean to tell me that you have never been in circles, never been in environments where a man saw the value in you?
Mm,
Or is it once again women overvaluing themselves because of this, um, financial value system that we have, and because women have been able to earn money and earn wages here that are,
mm,
in
mm, mm.
competition with men, is that now a reason for a woman to say, well, I'm here, so in society's eyes, I have this level of value. So relationship currency and currency, it's two different things. And I think that's something that sometimes women struggle to understand.